Are you thinking about buying a home in Texas? Whether you're relocating to the Lake Travis area or making a move within the state, the home buying process in Texas has some unique steps you'll want to know. In this video series, I'm walking you through the entire process, from choosing the right neighborhood to closing on your dream home. Today, our topic is closing day, what to expect and how to prepare. I'm Ellen Steele with Steele Portfolio Real Estate, your Lake Travis neighborhood expert. After almost 10 years of working with buyers and sellers, I've learned some things along the way, and my goal is to make your home buying experience as smooth as possible. Welcome to Living in Lake Travis. After weeks, maybe even months of house hunting, negotiating, and waiting for paperwork, closing day is finally here. This is the moment when you officially become a homeowner, but before you can get the keys, there are a few final steps to take care of. In today's video, I'll walk you through exactly what to expect on closing day, including the final walkthrough, reviewing your closing disclosure, what to bring to closing, and what not to do before the closing day. Trust me, you don't want to make any last-minute mistakes that could delay or derail your purchase. Let's get started. Step 1, the final walkthrough, why it matters. Before heading to closing, you'll do a final walkthrough of the home. This usually happens within 24 hours of closing. The purpose of the walkthrough is to make sure that everything is in the same condition as it was when you originally saw the home. Here's what to check during the final walkthrough: repairs and agreed upon fixes. These things should already be done at this point, and the receipts have already been provided, but now's the time to visually make sure they were completed and ask questions if things aren't clear. Utilities and major systems. Check that the water, electricity, gas, and HVAC are working. Appliances and fixtures. Confirm that everything included in the sale, like the fridge, stove, or light fixtures, are still in place. I have chased down window air conditioners and curtains many times. Doors and windows. Ensure they open and close properly and that there are no new damages. Leaks or water damage. Check under sinks, ceilings, and the water heater area for any new leaks. General condition. The home and yard should be in the same condition as when you made the offer. There have been several times that I've asked sellers to do one last lawn mow the day before closing, since the lawn was well maintained at the time of contract and should be that way on closing day. If you find any major problems during the walkthrough, like missing appliances or unfinished repairs, we will deal with that immediately. A delay in closing, money from the seller, or threat of a lawsuit is usually good enough to get things back on track. I once represented a seller who took their refrigerator with them when they moved. At the buyer's final walkthrough the morning of closing day, they discovered that when the sellers pulled out that fridge, the water line behind the refrigerator was left dripping and damaged the drywall and the floor behind the refrigerator. Rather than delay closing, the seller agreed to pay the buyer $600 to repair the drywall and move forward with closing. This is one of the reasons I always try to have sellers leave behind their fridge, washer, and dryer. Unhooking things with water lines just always has the potential to be a problem. I created a final walkthrough checklist for my buyers to use as a reference as we do the final walkthrough. We aren't doing a full, thorough inspection, but our goal is for no surprises when you get your keys and start moving in. Send me a message if you'd like a digital copy and I can send it over. Step 2, reviewing your closing disclosure. A few days before closing, your lender will send you the closing disclosure. This is one of the most important documents you'll receive because it outlines all of the final numbers for your loan and closing costs. Here's what to carefully review on your closing disclosure. The loan terms. Make sure your loan amount, interest rate, and monthly payment was what was agreed upon at the beginning when you first met with the lender. Closing costs. Review all lender fees, title fees, and prepaid expenses like property taxes and homeowners insurance. Cash to close. This is the exact amount you need to bring to closing. Double check this number to avoid delays. And then loan type and terms. Just ensure everything looks correct, especially if you're using a fixed rate or an adjustable rate mortgage. If anything looks incorrect to you, reply to this email immediately so that the title company, lender, or I can double check. Just don't assume it'll get fixed at the closing table. When it's caught at the closing table, typically the escrow officer can do a recalculation and cut you a check or take additional money, but it could hold up closing. We'll have lots of sets of eyes on the closing disclosure, so errors are caught about 99% of the time, but still look at this document very carefully. Step 3, what to bring to closing. Now that you've reviewed your closing disclosure, it's time to head to the title company at your scheduled day and time for closing. Before you go, make sure you bring everything you need to avoid delays. Here's what to bring with you to the title company on closing day. A government-issued photo ID, like your driver's license, passport, or other official ID. Your closing funds, this is your down payment and the closing costs. These must be wired to the title company or paid by cashier's check. Personal checks are not accepted. Some title companies have an app where you can securely send the closing funds. I always like this option the best. Be careful with this step. Scammers somehow know when you're about to close, and they send very convincing emails that look like they come from the title company and have a PDF attached that looks like it's official, but these are just scammers. So you'll want to double verify all wiring instructions and title company information with your realtor and the title company. You're also going to need your proof of homeowner's insurance. Normally, the title company asks for this ahead of time. Just make sure you have a copy of it on your phone in case somebody asks for some specific information from there. Your loan officer might require some last-minute additional paperwork. Just check your email right before you head to the title company just to make sure there's nothing else you need to sign online. And then step 4, what not to do before closing. So let's just talk about some big mistakes that could cause you to lose your home. Even though you're close to the finish line, your lender will run a final review of your finances before funding the loan at the closing table. That means if you make certain financial moves, you could accidentally delay or even cancel your closing. So here's exactly what not to do. Don't open a new credit card. Even if a store card offers you a great discount if you sign up for their card, wait until after closing. A new account could lower your credit score. Wait to buy furniture for your new home until after you actually have your new home. Don't buy a new car or boat or RV or any large purchase. A new loan like this increases your debt to income ratio, which could disqualify you from the mortgage. Don't quit or change your job. Lenders verify employment right up until the closing date. If your job situation changes, it could put your loan at risk. Don't miss any payments. Late payments on credit cards or loans could lower your credit score right before closing. Don't move large sums of money. Any large transfers or unexpected deposits could raise red flags with your lender. The safest thing to do before closing is just keep your financial situation exactly the same as it was when you got pre-approved. If you're unsure about a financial move, talk to your local lender first. So this is the part of the video where I'm going to recommend that you work with a local lender rather than one of the big online lenders or a bank. Bank lenders are great, but they work bankers' hours. If it's 7 p.m. on a Friday and you have a question, you won't have an answer until Monday. Online lenders are also great too. It's so easy to get your pre-approval online without ever having to talk to a person. And that's so nice sometimes to not have to talk to a person. However, these online lenders do less work up front, and then things come up at the end that a local lender would have caught that could derail your purchase later. Local lenders typically have tons of loan options. They can work with investors. They work with the federally backed loans. The rates are the rates. Lenders' fees do vary. Always shop around, but you might find that the quality of service you get with a local lender helps offset any small price difference. So once you're at the closing table, you'll sign the paperwork and you'll get the keys. On closing day, you'll meet at the title company to sign all of the final paperwork, transfer funds, and officially take ownership of your new home. Here's what happens at the closing table. You'll sign all of the loan documents and transfer paperwork. You'll sign the final mortgage documents, including the loan agreement and deed of trust. It'll be a big stack of paperwork, and the escrow officer is there to explain any questions we might have. Transferring funds, your closing costs and down payments will be verified and processed. The title company ensures that the deed is legally recorded in your name, and then you get the keys. Once the lender reviews the paperwork and ensures that everything is complete, you'll receive the keys to your new home. Usually this is a couple hours after closing unless it's a cash purchase, so it's a great time to go grab lunch or prep for your move. And then after that, you're officially a homeowner. Closing day is the last step in the home buying process, and there's a lot to stay on top of to make sure that it runs smoothly. If you're buying a home in the Lake Travis area, I'd love to help guide you through the process. Drop a comment below with any questions, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so that you never miss a video about Lake Travis or the home buying process. I'm Ellen Steele with Steele Portfolio Real Estate, and this is Living in Lake Travis. Lake Travis is waiting for you.